Politics in Estonia takes place in a framework of a parliamentary representative democratic republic, whereby the Prime Minister of Estonia is the head of government, and of a multi-party system. Legislative power is vested in the Estonian parliament. Executive power is exercised by the government, which is led by the Prime Minister. The judiciary is independent of the executive and the legislature. Estonia is a member of United Nations, the European Union, and NATO. The Estonian Declaration of Independence was issued on the 21st of February 1918. A parliamentary republic was formed by the Estonian Constituent Assembly, and the first constitution of Estonia was adopted on June 15, 1920. The Parliament of Estonia, both meaning State Council in direct translation. In 1940, Estonia was occupied by the Soviet Union. It was soon followed by the German occupation of 1941 to 1944. During the course of the two occupations, legal institutions, elected according to the Estonian constitution, were removed from power. In September 1944, after German forces left, legal power was briefly restored, as Otto Tief formed a new government in accordance with the 1938 constitution. The Tief government lasted for only 5 days, as Estonia was again occupied by the Soviet Union. In 1991, the Republic of Estonia was restored on the basis of continuity of the constitution prior to 1938, with the public approving a new constitution in 1992. Estonia declared independence in 1991, causing the transition from a state socialist economy to the capitalist market economy. On the 1st of May 2004, Estonia was accepted into the European Union. The framework for the political institutions of Estonia is provided by the Constitution of Estonia. The constitution follows the principle of separation of powers. Legislative power is wielded by the parliament, executive power by the government, and judicial power by the courts. Each institution is further defined by their respective legislative acts. The Parliament is the representative legislative authority of the Republic of Estonia. It comprises 101 members who are elected at free elections for a 4-year term according to the principle of proportional representation. The work of the Parliament is coordinated by the Board of the Riigikogu, which is led by the President of the Riigikogu and is elected for a term of 1 year. There are also factions within the Parliament, which carry out the programs of their respective political parties. The work of the Parliament is supported by various committees, which are staffed by members of the factions. They prepare draft legislation and exercise parliamentary control over their fields of activity. The Chancellery of the Riigikogu is tasked with servicing the Parliament. It is headed by the Secretary General of the Riigikogu, who is appointed by the Board of the Riigikogu. Legislation is passed by an open majority vote. The quorum for the Parliament is provided in the Riigikogu Rules of Procedure and Internal Rules Act. Citizens of Estonia who are at least 21 years of age and are eligible to vote may stand to be elected to the Parliament of Estonia. Citizens who are at least 18 years of age and are not convicted of a criminal offence have the right to participate in the voting for the Parliament of Estonia. Elections are called by the President of the Republic. After the election of the Parliament, the first sitting is convened by the President of the Republic, where the members of the Parliament will take an oath of office and then elect the President and Vice Presidents of the Parliament. After the election of the President and Vice Presidents, who are nominated by members of the Parliament, the Prime Minister announces the resignation of the government so a new one could take its place. The procedure of elections is defined in the Riigikogu Election Act. The President is the head of state of the Republic of Estonia and serves as the highest representative of the state. Furthermore, the President can have limited participation in legislation by issuing decrees, resolutions and directives. Presidential legislation is administered by the government of the Republic. In addition, the President can refuse to proclaim a law and return it to the Parliament for review. The President is assisted by the Office of the President, which is managed by the head of the Office of the President. There are also several institutions under the jurisdiction of the President. These include President's Academic Advisory Board, Roundtable on Regional Development, Estonian Memory Institute, Cultural foundation of the President. Estonian Cooperation Assembly and National Defense Council. The mandate of the President is determined by the President of the Republic Work Procedure Act. The President is elected by the Parliament of Estonia for a 5-year term, but no more than 2 terms if the Parliament does not secure at least 2/3 of the votes after 3 rounds of balloting. Then an electoral call.